ॐ यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तं देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशर्षिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादीनगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतंत्र स्वतंत्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शंकरार्याय वेदांत गुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनां मुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिं। मननाख्यं प्रकरणम् वासुदेव यतीश्वरैः रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानाम् उपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्री बालगोपाल कृष्णः सन्निहितो भवेत्। Now we have seen that the Trivida Karanas perform their respective actions. So there is going to be Kaikam Karma, Vachikam Karma, and Manasa Karma. Now, with these three Karnas also, Punya Karma, Papa Karma, and Mishra Karma is possible. So Punya Karma has its own result, Papa Karma has its own result. Similarly, Mishra Karma also will have its own result. So then again with these all three, there is a furthermore trifurcation wherein there is Utkrishta Punya Karma, Madhyama Punya Karma, and Samanya Punya Karma. So also there is Utkrishta Papa Karma, Madhyama Papa Karma, and Samanya Papa Karma. So also now you have Uttama Mishra Karma, Madhyama Mishra Karma, and Samanya Mishra Karma. So we understand the whole gamut of it. And so we have so far seen that what are the Manasa and Kayika Punya Papa Mishra Karmas. Okay. We have seen that. Now, what is it that we need to say? That what is the Kayika Karmas? Kayika Karmas means those actions performed by the body, because body is also Karana. So we are endowed with this Trivida Karanas. Okay, Trivida Karanas. The Karana means an instrument, Auzar, that is called as. The body also is an instrument through which Punya Papa Mishra Karma can be performed. And therefore, now we need to know that what are these physical actions which can be called as Punya Papa and Mishra Karma. So here it goes. Punya Tirtha Snanam, Guru Devata Namaskaro, Deva Puja, Pradakshanam, Sajjana Darshanam, Tyago, Lokanugrah Sanchara, Evamadi Karmani, Kayena Kriyamanani, Kayikam Punya Karma. What is Kayikam Punya Karma? Punya Tirtha Snanam, Ganga Yamudadi Snanam, that you come to Ganga, and in Ganga also in various places you go to the Triveni Sangam, then you come to Rudra Prayag, then you go to still other Vishnu Prayag, and all these Prayagas are also there. And Rishikesh, Haridwar, Kankhal, etc. You go and you take bath. Okay. Actually, this Har Ki Pauri is something that the British people have made. This is not child, but then people have now हर की पौड़ी में स्नान करना है. पुण्य स्नान is in Kankhal. Kankhal is the place where Daksha had performed the fire sacrifice, where Sati comes down and then she gives up her body. So that place is Kankhal, and that is the Punyasthala, where the taking snana becomes more, that is called as Punyajanakam. Otherwise, people come to this Harki party and then it becomes easy access and all those things. And now it becomes a fad and that takes over. But any which ways, Punyatirtha Snanam. So what is one of the Kaikam karma, Punya karma, is to visit these shrines and shrines and what? These tirthas. What do we call tirthas? Bhaskar, in English? What do we call tirthas? There is no concept in English at all about of the tirthas.
No.
Uh-huh. The holy water bodies. So like that. Punya tirtha snanam. Guru Devata Namaskar. This is also Kaikam Punya Karma. So wherever you see a sannyasi, Mahatma, Guru, etc., or a Brahmin, Sadachari, one must get up and do Namaskar. That gives you Punya. Our Maharaj used to tell us that, when you do not give respect to the people who deserve respect, then your lifespan becomes less. And he used to explain by saying that whenever you see somebody who is respectful, naturally at that time, your pranas move upwards. And when the pranas move upwards, but your body does not respond in the same way, then the pranas have gone up to Urdhvagati and the body remains down, just as what happens in case of death. And this is the reason why he used to say that you must get up and do namaskar immediately. Don't sit like that, like some lump. Get up and do namaskar. But so we don't believe in this namaskar chamatkar. Whether you believe or you don't believe, this is then you don't deserve the kaikam punya karma. And in fact, when you do not give respect to the people who deserve respect, it becomes papa karma. It becomes papa karma. This Durvasa is a Brahmajnani, but his svabhava is what? That he, highly inflammable, a very low ignition point. You know that. So Indra is going around in his procession, sitting on that Airavat elephant, and this Durvasa sees, and Durvasa is wearing a garland. So out of to bless this fellow Indra, he gives the garland from his neck to Indra to wear. Now that is what a Sanman given to the Indra. But Indra, in his arrogance, he thinks that what is this? So he takes that garland and puts it around his elephant on his head or trunk. And that elephant removes and tramples it. Durvasa sees that this is, and Durvasa says, go, you don't deserve all your sampatti, all your aishwarya, the splendor that you have will drown in the Milky Ocean. So you see, so Guru Devata Namaskara that you should teach your children, etc. at home. Oh, Swamiji, it's okay. No, it's okay. Well, no. You teach them, you also do it. Oh, and we have observed, when they want to teach their children, they will tell the children, do namaskar, but this fellow is standing like a pillar. And you teach by setting an example, not by telling. स्वामी जी हमने तो बता दिया. Actually, it means that बताना बताना कुछ नहीं होता है. It is all just fake. You are also not interested. So this is fake thing. Not only Gurudevata Namaskar, even to bow down to your parents and elders of the house is also important. Especially in North India, when these children come to do Namaskar, now their parents in the house will tell, don't do, बच्चे कुछ नहीं, ठीक है, मत करो नमस्कार, गले लगो. What गले लगो? Go touch their feet, get their blessings. It is your right. So this is Gurudevata Namaskaraha, is Punya Karma, Kaikam Punya Karma. Go touch their feet and get the blessing. That blessing means that punya will come to you. And it is kaikam punya. Deva puja. So, actually, we don't require to do this. No, we are doing it through mind. A mind is also okay. Then you will not get kaikam punya. Now, if you do the kaikam punya, then it will give you kaikam punya phala also. So, therefore, deva puja, pradakshinam, oh, यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मांतरकृतानि च तानि तानि नश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिण pade pade. Every step of that pradakshina that you circumambulate around the Lord, what happens? The papa durita of the purva janma starts getting depleted. It starts burning away. So it is good. Deva puja, pradakshinam, sajjana darshanam. And that's why you should take your children to see these great souls. Hey, children, why just children? You should go yourself for sadhu darshan. That's why when these people come to Haridwar, Rishikesh, they go and see, Haridwar mein kya dekhna hai, Haridwar mein kya dekhna hai, Rishikesh mein, they go and sit in that choti wala restaurant. Are, if you want restaurant and if you want nice food, why did you leave your cities and come here? These are the places where you should go and seek Mahatmas, sit with them, do some satsang, and make your children also do. Oh no, they will get bored. So what? Teach them unless and until they start learning and enjoying, it is not going to, this habit is not going to be formed. Sajjana darshanam is also one way of getting the kaika. So that's why you go to the Mahatmas and do namaskar and you see them. That is kaika punya. Oh, they have power. They have power, whether they have power, they don't have power. I'm not going to get into this controversy. But Shastra says that Sajjana Darshanam is Kaika Punyakar. Is Kaika Punyakarma, and that's why you should do it. Tyago, even giving up things is also important. Tyagaha, Lokanugraha Sancharaha. Now, the sannyasis, etc., are told that do the pariprajanam, which means that you should not stay in one place. And then this Mahatma goes out for bhiksha, Madhukari bhiksha, etc. He goes out. Then not only that when he goes out, it is his, the bhiksha. This is how he should get his food. Is the only thing. But when he does, and you give him bhiksha, what happens? You gain that punya. In our system, this power, no power, vibrations, etc. is not discussed. Only what is discussed is it punya karma, papa karma? That's all. And if it is punya karma, it will give its result. If it is papa karma, it will give its result. Oh no, there are vibrations and powerful vibrations. What vibrations? Stop vibrating and do punya. So nothing less than that, or nothing more than that. So Lokanugraha Sancharaha. So when he goes about in the world, now, even when people see, immediately the reverence comes for a Mahatma. And with that reverence, what is that reverence actually for? In your mind also, a samskara gets instilled. And what samskara is that? You start having reverence and respect for Tyag. You see, what he is representing is Tyaga, is not it? Renunciation. And that renunciation is highest virtue. for us in the Upanishad because tyagena eke amritatvam anashu. It is through that. So naturally, then you should. Otherwise, you live in this world. All that you gather is that have more and more sanchaya, and that is what is considered to be great virtue. So if you have 10 cars and 10 properties and children here and there living in New York and 6 months there, 6 months here, or 15 days in New York, then that father feels very proud. But when will you start developing the respect for Tyaga? When will you have that? Unless and until that respect for Tyaga comes, how will that Tyaga come in your life? And this Tyaga is Tyagena Eke. Tyagena. So that Tyaga becomes instrumental in your, what do they call, attainment of Parmeshwara. Amritatvamanashu. Amritatvam over here means Parmeshwara, Paramatma. So, Lokanugraha Sancharaha. So, thus, when you see a Mahatma moving about in this world, what happens? That even to, that Mahatma also gains that punya, that person, some Appaya Dikshit and all these people, they get that punya, but because it is for Lokanugraha. But at the same time, even those people who see him, because it is Sajjana Darshanam, that Darshanam itself gives you Kayikam. So Lokanugraha Sancharaha, Evam Adi Karmani, there are many more. And if you are interested in knowing those, then see the Manusmriti. Evam Adi Karmani, Kayena Kriyamanani, they are all performed by body. So don't say that, we should do some manas only, we should do the manas darshanam of our Mahatmas and Gurus. No, manas darshanam you do when it's not possible for you to do the Kayikam darshanam. So to go over there, actually do it. Ganga Gangeti Yog Bruyat is okay. Yojananam Shatairapi. If you cannot come and have Ganga Darshanam, Ganga Snanam, then you say, by the way, today is Ganga Saptami. If you know. Ganga Saptami only. Today is that Ganga Saptami. So you should remember. So Ganga Darshanam, Ganga Gangeti Yog Bruyat, you are sitting far, far away. Hundreds of kilometers away and just say Ganga Gangeti Yo Bruyat. That by saying that also Ganga will take care of you. That is what it is said. But you actually go and do the darshana, sparshana, pan, snan of Ganga. So kayena kriyamana kayikam punya karma. Then what is the kayikam papa karma? Parahimsa, parastri sangaha, chauryam. Parahimsa means causing harm to others, purposely causing harm to others. Parahimsa. And for sannyasis, the vratam itself, there is no other vrata of sannyasi. The vrata of sannyasi is only ahimsa. So when we do that traisha ucharana, that time we are told we do this. That there is not abhayam, that I give absolute abhayam, means everybody is free from fear. There is no need to hold any fear from me. There is no harm that will come from me, even for a mosquito or an ant. Sarvabhutebhyaha, that is the vratam of the sannyasi. So parahimsa is kaikam papa karma. Parastri sangaha. Now you understand. Then chauryam. Chauryam means theft. Theft. To take away something that does not belong to you and establishing your ownership on it is called as chauryam. Illegitimately, you take over and then establish your swamitva on it is called as chauryam. Dushta sangaha. Dushta means those people whose mind is polluted. Dushita, dosha yukta. So they are already dushta. Then you sit with them, they are going to spoil your mind also. So Dushta Sangha is Kaikam Apakarma. Ityadi Karmani Kayena Kriyamanani Kaikam Papakarma. I don't remember the shloka now, but then Ganga is also called as Dashahara. Dashahara means, don't just think that it is the 10th day of Navratri, is called as Dashahara. Ganga is called as Dashahara, her name is Dashahara, means the one who takes away the 10 types of papas, Kaikam, Vachikam, and Manasa papas that we perform, are performed knowingly, unknowingly, are taken away by Ganga. And so these are 10 which are washed away by her, and that's why she is called as Dashahara. So then there is Ganga Dashahara is also celebrated. Okay. So now Dushta Sangaha Ityadi Karmani Kayena Kriyamanadi Kaikam Papkar. Brahmana Bhojanartham Paropadravaha Devalaya Nirmanartham Paradravyaapaharaha. Now, you want to feed the Brahmanas. Brahmana Bhojanam is Punya Karma. But then to do that Punya Karma, you go and trouble others. Okay? Give your chanda, what do they call it? Contribution. What do they call it? Donation. You compulsory, they go and sit and they trouble. And then they tell, look here, your neighbor has given 100 rupees. How come you are giving only 50? Okay. Now there is some sort of pressurizing technique that is used, and it is upadrava. So paropadrava. But for what? He is not doing that upadrava. He is not causing the trouble because he enjoys giving trouble, because he has a noble intention. He has a noble intention and he is doing it for Brahmana Bhojana. But for Brahmana Bhojana, he is doing Paropadrava. Now that's why it becomes Upadrava is also there, Brahmana Bhojanam is also there. So there is Punya Karma and there is Papa Karma together. That makes it what? Mishra Karma. So now this is Kaikam Mishra Karma. Then Devalaya Nirmanartham Paradravyaapaharaha. So some people want to make temples. Making a temple is, of course, a punya karma. Just as it is a punya karma to construct a temple, but more punya is associated with taking care of the already built temples. So therefore, Jirnodhara of the temple, renovation of a temple, is more punya karma. So you see what happened. More punya karma. And so, Devalaya Nirmanartham, so you are making the Devalaya, which is good. But then Paradravyapaha, you take away somebody's money or piece of land by force or by deceit. That makes it Mishra Karma, Papa Karma too. So there is that these people don't understand. Are acha kar raha hai, lekin ye papi hai. Yeah, I say, and so people will also, when they watch somebody doing that they were Devalaya Nirmana, somebody is using some deceit or something, people lose their Shraddhana. It is some sort of a loss of Shraddha for other people too. So what happens? Devalaya Nirmanartham Paradravyaapaharaha is also a Mishra Karma. Prapam sthapayitva Dhrutakasya pradhanam karmani punyani cha papani mishrikritya kayena anushchiyamanani kayikam mishra karma. Prapam means some water body he has, he has established. So there, the people where water is given to people, for yatris and all these things. And he employs some 2-3 servants over there to give glass of water to people who are going by. That's why we did not have this concept of selling water also. I remember that selling water was seen by us when I was still young, and I must be what, 10, 12, 13, 14 years then. And then first time we saw that the water was kept in bottles for sale. And then we wondered who's going to purchase water? Because water is not something that is to be purchased, but water is to be given to any person who's thirsty. That's why in India we never had this concept of restaurants and hotels, because the person who is hungry and thirsty has the right over the food and water. So who has right over the food and water? Not the person who has money. The person who is hungry has right on food and water. That's why in the olden days, even when somebody was a stranger and he was passing through your door at the time of lunch, it was the grahastha's duty to ask him, come have food. And because you could go through any village, any town, any place, any hamlet, you still had food to eat. The person would not go hungry. So the nation, there was nothing like an this thing, quotient, because nobody ever stayed hungry. It was the duty of every person to see to it, every grasta to see to it that at least he has fed someone. And this was a system that existed for so many thousands of years. We never had the concept of selling the food. Annakraya for a Brahmin was considered to be pap.
Papa karma.
It is a papa karma. If the Brahmana sells the food, Annakraya, cooked food. Of course, the farmers are going to sell the rice and wheat and all those things. Okay? A Brahmana cannot sell. So also today, it is so easy. The dairy industry. What do you mean by dairy industry? You are putting a price on the mother's milk. You are putting a price on the mother's milk. That mother has created the milk not so that you can sell it, because it wants to feed its baby. And this is what you have done. You have kept the babies hungry, and then you are selling that milk. And then, you feel that, you have not so much of milk and milk products. And then when you don't care, just throw it away. That you feel very proud that, look here, we are throwing away so much. What is that? This is pap. Because you have brought that milk by taking it away from the baby's mouth. And now you are throwing it away shamelessly. What is this? This is pap. That mother is crying because she cannot feed her baby. And you have got the audacity to throw it. That's why it is a pap. Prapam sthapayitva. Mritakasya pradhanam eva. Now this person has kept made those places from where the water can be distributed. He has employed people, but he does not pay them. He does not pay them. So also this happens, na? They make some pujari, and then that pujari is not paid. So this is all what? Apradhanam evadi karmani punyani cha papani mishrikritya kayena anushthiyamani. These are punya papa is mishra in that, and it is done through your body, physical body, and therefore it is called as kayikam mishra karma. Remember this. So now we have the kayika, vachika, and manasa, papa, punya, and mishra karmas. You understand? But in any which case, these karmas are performed by the body, mind, etc. And therefore, the Atma is the self, is not the agent of the action. And therefore, you cannot say that Aham Karta, that Atma is Karta or that is what you have to understand. Karma Vichara Phalam. The next topic is that, we have discussed so much of karma, but why are we discussing it so vigorously or so vehemently? What is the point of it, of these discussions? So that we can do punya karmas and avoid papa karmas. Is that what you are going to tell now? Is this the discourse regarding papa and punya karmas, or is this the discourse of Atma Vidya? What is it? Is it for you to tell? Is this discourse or is this discussion meant so that you can be inspired to do punya karma? Or is this meant so that you can understand Atma is akarta apta? Huh? So what is the purpose? So now he's saying karma vichara phalam. Etani trividhanyapi karmani samyak vicharaniyani. And therefore, whenever you are going to be in the field of karma, let there be this very samyak, properly. It should be, your karma should be, whether manasa karma or kaika karma, keep that analysis with you. Keep that. Swami Dayanand Ji used to live here in Rishikesh. You know him, right? Arsha Vidyakulam. Swami Dayanand Ji used to say, he said a very nice thing, that before you do any action or before you give any reply, wait for a minute, weigh your words, measure your words, and then give a reply. Your reply, even if your reply is 1 minute late, it does not matter. It does not matter. So stay, think about it, and then give a reply. Etani trividhanyapi karmani samyak vicharaniyani. Vicharasya phalam kimiti? Iti ched. What is the phalam, even if we do, that it is meant for some self-improvement, so that you can become a more punyavan person? Vicharasya phalam kim? Iti ched. If this is your question, then we are going to tell you that phaladvayam asti. That there are this phaladvayam, means two types of results will be there. Of what? What result? Result of what? Karma vicharasya. Asya vicharasya. Karmanaha vicharasya phaladvayam asti. Okay? What is that? Mukhya phalam avantara phalam iti. The principal result, consequence, fruit, and then there is the secondary phalam, avantara phalam. So primary phalam is called as mukhya phalam, and secondary phalam is called as avantara phalam. Okay? Phaladvayam asti. Kathamiti ched. Because if there is one karma, if there is whatever is the action, that action has its own result. How can you say there are twofold results? He says, yes, it is there. Kathamiti ched. Imani trividhani karmani trividhaihi eva karanaihi kriyante. Now, trividhani karmani. Trividhani means, which are the threefold karmas? Punya, papa, and mishra karmas. And whether it is punya, papa, and mishra karma, it is all performed by whom? What is the agent of action? All these three Trivida Karanas are the agent of action. When you have found out that the Karanas are the agents of action, then how do you say Atma is the agent of action? What discrepancy is this? You see? This is a discrepancy, and that discrepancy means that there is definitely an error. There is definitely an error. So, imani trividhani karmani trividhairhi eva karanaihi kriyante. Then, sir, when the locus of action, that karma is karananishta, and it is not atmanishta. When it is not atmanishta, it is not in the atma, okay? When it is not in the atma, then how can you say atma is the karta? Got it? Atma tu ayam akashavad asangaha niramshaha paripurna chaitanya swarupaha ato na kasyapi karmanaha karta. Now what this is the mukhya phalam. And if somehow you are going to miss the mukhya phalam, then you stay satisfied with avantara phalam. Huh? Now, we had seen in our villages and all, because अन्न क्रय होता नहीं था, गोरस क्रय भी नहीं होता था. Even people do not sell goras. So what they used to do is, even these gopis went on to sell, they would sell butter and curd, they will not sell milk. Okay. So why do you set the curd? Why do you set the milk to cuddle? For what? For what? What is it that you want?
It's for preserving.
So that this curd you can make, churn and get
Ghee.
Butter.
Butter and
Butter.
ghee.
the key later process.
Butter.
So what is the mukhya phalam of churning?
Butter.
Butter. But along with that, you get buttermilk also.
Avantara phalam.
Huh? Avantara phalam.
Avantara.
It is avantara phalam. So those people who, these poor people and all that there in the villages used to have. So they will take away the buttermilk. The pot used to be kept outside. Those who wanted, now that buttermilk will be given, they will bring their pots and they will take it. But mukhya phalam, butter is kept inside. Avantara. So if you cannot understand that Atma is asakgaha, akarta bhokta, then for you, what is it? Then might as well be satisfied with the idea that let me do only the punya karmas. Let me not have any papa karma. And if nothing else, at least let me be satisfied with mishra karma. Okay. Atma tu ayam. Atma tu ayam means ayam atma tu akashavat asangaha is unattached like akasha. Akasha is also one of the samanya karanas. Atma is present. Without Atma, nothing is going to ever happen. Because Atma is the adhishthanam, like the Swarna. Now, whether it is the crown or a bangle or anything, it is going to be there only because the gold is there. Because of the gold. Without the gold, bangle or crown or earring is not going to be possible. Therefore, Atma is present even where the karma is happening. But Atma, though is present, does not become the karta. Does not become the karta. Akashavat asangaha. Why? Because Akasha is also present. Without Akasha, you cannot make a building. Can you make a building without space? Where there is no space, can you make something? You cannot even put a brick where there is no space. Forget a building. So if some building, something is getting, something is raised, then that means it is this because there is space. Though it is all happening because of the space, yet what is the role of the space? Asanga. If you make a gambling den, the space does not become polluted. Or if, for example, you take this other things, you set up some factory or something which is vomiting all smoke. The air gets polluted, not the space. Air gets polluted, not the space. And therefore, Atma tu asangavat akashavat asangaha niranshaha is partless. Niramshaha means what? Partless. We have seen another word for this partless before. And what is that word? Swagata.
Niravamaya.
Swagata bheda shunyaha. Did we not see it before? Swagata bheda shunyaha. So Niramshaha, Paripurnaha is complete. Purnam. And therefore, he who has now understood that I am Atma, he does not require any improvement. Oh, why not improvement? That means that he will stagnate. Oh no, Paripurna infinity does not require anything else to be added to it. Anything added also becomes the value is infinity. And anything subtracted also the value is same. So there is no change in when it comes to infinity. And therefore, Paripurna. Now he who has really understood this is what I am. Now he will not have any demand for in himself also that psychologically also oh, I need to attain something, I need to do something for myself. No, nothing. Paripurna Chaitanya Swarupaha is Chaitanya Swarupa, consciousness. Atona Kasyapi Karmanaha, and therefore is not the karta of any karma. What are the reasons that he is not the karta? Akashavat asangaha, niramshaha, paripurnaha, chaitanya swarupaha. These are the reasons that he has given. Now, if you are going to contemplate on these words as this is how, then what are you going to discover? That is the reason why Atma, I cannot be the self cannot be the kasyapi karmana karta, not even of punya, not even of papa or mishra. Nadatte kasyachit papam na chaiva sukritam vibhu. Hey, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, na, this Vibhu Paramatma does not take any papa or does not take any punya. Na datte kasyachit papam na chaiva sukritam vibhu. And that's why is asanga, iransha, paripurna chaitanya skrupa, atona kasyapi karmana karta. This is it. Ataha eva. Thus, because of this, Linga Purana defines Atma as Yachapnoti yadadatte yachati vishayaniha yachasya santato bhavaha tena chatmi diyate. This is very important shloka. By heart it. You want to repeat it? Repeat. You need not start your mics, but you can. यच्चाप्नोति यदा दत्ते यच्चाप्नोति यदा दत्ते यच्चात्ति विषयानिह यच्चात्ति विषयानिह यच्चास्य सन्ततो भावः यच्चास्य सन्ततो भावः तेन चात्मेति गीयते तेन चात्मेति गीयते. This is why this is called, this is sung as Atma. This self is called as Atma. What is the reason? Yacha apnoti, because it is Vyapak. Apnoti, Vyapnoti. So, Yacha apnoti, Sarvam Vyapnoti. That's why is Vishnu. Vyapakatvad Vishnu. Yachapnoti yada datte, takes, accepts. Yachati, even consumes, so appears as if he is the bhokta. And what does he take? Vishaya, Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasakanta. These are the only Vishayas. There is no change in it. All that you are doing, whether you are eating a sushi or you are eating idli, just this much is there. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasakanta. There is no change. There can be the rasa can be different, but after all, it is rasa only, nothing else. Just some tantalizing sensation on your tongue. That's all. Nothing more. Isn't it? Whether you are listening to Lata Mangeshkar or you are listening to MS, finally Shabda only. What is actually happening? Nothing else, but your eardrum is vibrating. Only Shabda. So, Yachati Vishayan Iha. He is the one, Atti means eats, consumes the Vishayas. Yachasya Santato Bhavaha. And that's why is continuous without a break. Santato bhavaha, its presence is uninterrupted. Yachas santato bhavaha tena chati. Yate, this is the reason why it's called as Atma, the self. So discover Yachapnoti, do you Jagrat Swapna Sushupti, this is the only word. Do you cover all of them? Yachapnoti yadadatte, Jagrat Swapna Sushupti is eaten or not? Accepted or not? Eaten. Yachati Vishayanya Shabdasparsha Rupa Rasa Gandhas are also consumed or not consumed. Yachasya. And do you have an experience where you felt that I am not, that I am, my presence is interrupted? Never ever. Even in the deep sleep is not interrupted. Oh, what else is going to interrupt? Huh? Yachasya Santato. And this is the reason why it's called as Atma. What do we understand from this shloka? Why did this shloka come? Atma tu ayam atma akashavad asangaha niranshaha paripurna chaitanya swarupaha and na kasyapi karmanaha karta. Okay, iti uktam atma shabdasya arthaha. And this is the meaning of word atma as we come to it from Linga Purana. Puranam. Tasmad naikamapi karma chidakasha swarupam sprishati iti jnatva samshayam vihaya dradhanubhavena avasthanam mukhya phalam. Now underline this line statement. And what is it? Tasmad. What is mukhya phalam of karma vichara? This is the reason why we are discussing karma. Now, why are you so much interested in discussing karma when ultimately karma has to be given up? Why is Bhagavad Gita discussing so much of karma? When karma is something, karma sannyasa is the siddhanta, then why are you discussing karma so much? The reason is, this is the mukhya phalam. Why this discussion on karma is held? Naikamapi karma, not a single karma. Chidakasha swarupam sprishati, does not touch the Chidakasha swarupa atma. Okay, nasprishati iti jnatva. Know this. It is not simply given shraddhasva that believe in it. Know this. Samshayam vihaya, by giving up, by resolving all the samshayas, dridhanubhavena. Now that knowledge itself will be called as anubhava if the samshaya in it is resolved. So dridhanubhavena avasthan. Now be settled, centered in this, that naham karta. This is what is the mukhya phalam of karma vichara. I think we will have to stop it here because we don't have light. Electricity is gone. Chalo, we will stop. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर
हर हर महादेव।
महादेव।